I thought about whether I should do a voiceover for this, and I thought, nah, why don't you do the best of both worlds? Let's watch it. Where's the old mousey? Right, this is from when I made a bass guitar from recycled hardwood, all out the skip. And this is when I was sorting out the fretboard, but it was full of nails. Get the nails out, that's what I'm doing, as you can see. That wood was absolutely solid. It was like iron and free of charge, which I like. So that's when the fretboard is stuck to the neck, and I'm trying to get some kind of shape out of it. It's pretty thick, isn't it? I mean, you can tell it's not the first time I've made it. And then I'm getting the back shape, which is the most important thing, because that's got to fit your hand, you know. If it doesn't fit your hand, it's just a stick. So set the sandpaper alight. If you don't like sanding, that's a job not for you. Don't make your own instruments. It's all about the sanding. But you know, I was quite happy. It's the first time I'd done it. Yeah, I was quite happy with it. It fitted. Oh, Right, that flat fretboard will not fit. A fretboard cannot be flat. It's got to be slightly curved. And it's very slight, but it's slight enough to notice. So you need some kind of sanding block that's got that shape in it, in the negative form. You can wrap sandpaper around to get it into the positive form. Or perhaps I've got that the wrong way. Well, we'll see. So I'm making the block. This is the hardwood that I've made a lot of the guitar out of. It's from baby's cots, actually. Make the basic block. Now that's not measured or anything like that. It just is there. That's big enough. If not, I'll cut it down, don't worry. Glue, clamp, hey ho. Yeah. Right, I need some kind of pivot for this router. Why? Well, you'll see in a bit, won't you? So I'm making the pivot. Well, it's like a sled more than anything. Got the bottom piece to hold it flat, and the side piece to hold it rigid. Drill some holes. Holy. Yeah. Right, so it can lie flat, and it's supported by that wall at the side. Now I've just got to get some kind of fix in, so of course there's a screw there. Now this screw thing I'm putting in is the original one that came with it. Its main job is to hold a fence that comes with it when you buy it. But it fitted. It fits perfectly alright. That's the roundy bit that I'm putting into the router. The reason why I use a curved round over piece is when it's hitting the edge, on edge, I don't want a sharp 90 degree, because that's going to just kick off. It's going to go all over the place. So a rounded head, be softer on the in-turn, if you know what I mean. So I've got the handle on top of the block. I've got to hold something, haven't I? And that will do. Just clamps, isn't it? It's clamps and glue. Bloody hell. Ta-da! You can't see anything from that. Right, we're out of time. I'm going to use my vice to hold the piece rigid and vertical at 90 degrees, and then slice slowly on the curve. So this is measuring the distance that my sled has to be from the vice, which I figured out, marked off, twice for some reason. There you go, X marks the spot, apparently. And then get it all sled up and drill, completely missing the X I'm sure, I don't know what the X was all about. Right, that screw will give us a pivot point. Yeah, see, there's a curve, there's a pivot point. Ooh. Right, it's obviously this blank is too long. I want some flat edges to it, so bash out Mr. Saw. God, imagine if I could saw that quick in real life. Imagine. Yeah, might as well do the other side. Right, I need to adjust the face of this vise. Somehow I have to clamp the blank in position every time. I'm going to move it up and down, but it can't be on the twist or on the piss, as we'd say. It's got to be straight every time. So put some bracing in, make it tight so it doesn't go anywhere. And there you can see I've had a little go off camera and it's getting the curve. You can see the curve there, can't you? There's your pivot, there's your curve. So let's begin. Let's begin, let's have a go. Really short passes. Once, move it up a little bit. But taking it easy. That blank is made out of some pretty hard wood, so I'm not going to take my chances with it. I'm not going to push it. Just go slowly, slowly, slowly. And you can see the marks there on the blank. I'm only raising it by, I don't know, 5 mil or so every time. But yeah, why rush? Why rush? Take a piece, raise it, take a piece, raise it, take a piece, raise it, take a piece. That'd be annoying if I keep saying that, wouldn't it? But there you can see, there's the curve. That's the curve that I need on my neck, but obviously in reverse. And it's just a matter of knuckle down and get into the grind, huh? Yep. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can see there, I'm getting pretty much close to the end. I can't really get out of the vise anymore because it'll start flapping about all over the place. Don't want that. Maybe, there you go. But I have a curve. Yeah, it's rough. Well, we can sort that out, can't we? And there's the comparison, the curve and the straight. So let's shorten it. Chop that piece off at the back I don't need. That's perfectly big enough. Fits in my hands, doesn't it? And it's got the curve that I need. But it's a bit of a mess. There you go, sandpaper. Again, if you don't like sandpaper, these sort of projects aren't for you. Especially if you don't like putting elbow grease in. Elbow grease is it's a reserve, man. It gets you out the tight spots. It's a reserve. And it feels good. Spank the pony. There's the curve that I needed. Alright, Jeff, you're enjoying that too much. Just get your bloody hands off it. Look at him all enjoying it. No, stop it. Right, sandpaper time. Rough as a badger's arse is 80. We'll cut that off. No fancy fixings here, just 3 staples. Bam, bam, bam. Little fold. Chop it off. And we're away. Yeah. So, here we start. You put it exactly what you can see in front of you now. Stick it on there and rub, 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 rub. The curve of the sanding block will just sand down the outside edges of your, in this case, your fretboard, until it gets the same curve that your sanding block has got. And that's what I need to suit your hand. You can't have a flat fretboard, because there's nothing flat about one of these or one of them. And it just takes time. Remembering that that piece of wood I made the fretboard out of is hard as feck. Just keep going. Keep stopping, keep checking. You can tell it's the first time I made one of those. I check it a lot. There it is. It does fit. Thank you very much. I'll have some of that. Yeah, check again, Jeff. Have another, Jeff, have another look. Go on, I tell you what, have another look. Oh, no, he wants to do it some more. This is not getting carried away with your work, it's just enjoying your work. Here you can prove it. Now look, that's a flat edge. And you can roll. There is the rounded edge. There you go. Proof's in the pudding. But just to prove the pudding's right, there's the block. And we're only talking millimeters, but that's what counts. Anything that comes into contact with your hands, millimeters count. Have a last look, Jeff. Is that any good? Oh shit, what's that? Yeah, that's fine. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you gained at least a grain of rice of knowledge from this. Have a little go yourself. You'll be fine. This fella's going to take ages to turn his camera off. Look how slowly it's going. I mean, really? Bye-bye.